Right, yeah, there we go. What's up, guys? MrRhysReviews here. Finally, it's been ages. Um, Number one reason for why it's been ages is because first time in either 2 years or very close to 3 years, my PS3 Slim, not the actual system, but the hard disk drive. I've had many problems with PS3 hard drives before, and I mean, I'm sure there are a few people out there that have the same, annoyances that they just keep corrupting, and then you got to wipe everything, start over. I've done that, I think maybe once or twice during the 2 years, maybe 3 years that I've had this Slim, and yeah, and the third time happened roughly either 1 or 2 months ago, just before, I'm sorry, just after the last video that I posted, it happened, and until last night, I haven't had a working PS3, so I haven't been buying any games really, so yeah, I haven't been playing it at all. Haven't really been playing many games, just been reading books, watching TV and movies and all that. So yeah, it's been it's been very quiet over here for my gaming. But anyway, I'm bringing all the PS3 games that I've actually gotten, which I didn't upload either before the PS3 broke, since my last my last video, after my last video that I posted, whenever the hell that was, a few months back, there was a small period when the PS3 was still working. I got, what, 3 games then, 4, one that I traded in for one of these new games that I got over the past weekish, and yeah, now the 3 games that are brand new, which I'm showing you today for the first time. And so yeah, anyway, so last night, I've been pressuring my mom for the past, I think, like I said, I think it's been about 2 months since it's been broken. And even back then, I went and checked the prices at the computer store, which is right down the road from my high school, and it's also the same computer repair store that my mom takes her work's laptops up to get repaired and stuff. And so she's really good friends with the guy Nelson, who runs it. And so I was like, he knows you. He'll, might give you a bit of a price cut or whatever, And anyway, that ended up happening. When I went up and checked it, basically the day after it broke, it was $136, 500 gig hard drive for my PS3. And I was like, how cheap is that, Mom? 136 bucks for 500 gigs. That hard drive, unless it like corrupts or something and like fully breaks like the last one, which was only 120 gigs. Unless that happens, then then it's fucked. But if it doesn't stuff up, which I don't think it will, it'll last for another 5 years, whatever it is, until PS4 comes out, because 500 gigs is enough room to basically have like every game on PS3 installed on it. So it's that big is what I'm getting at. But anyway, let's just get into the games. And I'll start with the 3 that I have before it actually broke. So first up, we've got the Sly trilogy. It's actually really bad lighting over there. Boom. But yeah, Sly trilogy. I just picked it up because I never played the Sly games, but it's the series by Sucker Punch, the guys that are doing Infamous now on PS3. They're re-released. So not Sucker Punch. What's that? Sanzaru Games ported all 3 games onto the PS3 in high definition. It's the best remastering of a PS2 series onto the PS3 that's out so far. Hopefully they would do as good of a job and eventually do it for PS2's Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter games. I'd buy those trilogy sets on PS3 in an effing instant. But anyway, yeah, it's the best remastered HD collection of PS2 games on the PS3 as of right now. Maybe not when what is it, Shadow of the Colossus and Ico come out. Maybe they'll be I'm sure they'll be a lot better than this. But yeah, and like I said, Sanzaru Games, who are the guys that have made this package, are the same guys which are working on Sly Raccoon 4. So they ported the first 3 games because they're fans of the series, and then of course Sucker Punch, working on Infamous, said to Sanzaru, you guys can make Sly Raccoon 4, go ahead. So that's awesome, and can't wait for Sly Raccoon 4, that's what, 2012, so yeah. By the time the PS3 broke, I was halfway through number 2, and haven't played number 3, so I'll get to finishing number 2 and number 3, and I might bring a review or something, I'm not sure, because I'd rather review the latest 3 games that I've picked up, or one of them I re-picked up, but we'll get to that later. Another one, which I got for $12, brand new, before it broke, was Darksiders. I don't know how far I got like an hour and a half in, maybe. To be honest, I'm not mad keen on it. I'm not going to pick up Darksiders 2 day 1. I might pick it up when it goes uber cheap later on, but yeah, it was decent. And the last game, which I barely got to play because I bought it the day that literally I picked this game up. I picked this game up, and as soon as I got home to go and play it, that's when the hard drive effed up completely. And the other game that I returned, I actually picked up with this one. The one that I picked up that I still have is Vin Diesel Wheelman, just because I always thought it looked good, and it was actually decent. I managed to actually play it for a few minutes before the hard drive completely fucked up. And it's a decent game, so I'll have to finish this one as well now that I've got the new hard drive. But yeah, it was pretty decent. The other game that I picked up and traded in for this next game, which is brand new, was Duke Nukem Forever, and it was on sale for like $60, down from like 120. So I was like, half price. So I was like, yeah, why not? Let's give it a go. And that was the same day that I got this. I got up to like chapter 3, or it's like levels or chapters. I can't remember. It's like chapter 3 or whatever in Duke Nukem Forever. And to be honest, the next game, which I'm about to show you, you will know why I traded that game in for this. Partially due to the fact that my mum bought it, or paid for half of it. Plus, I didn't want her to pay the whole thing for it. That's a bit selfish. I don't like to make her pay for everything if I have to. Like if I can, I like to pay everything myself. Like now, and of course, the game that I didn't want her to pay for was, or that I wanted to get some money down to make it cheaper for her, was of course Driver San Francisco, which came out on the 1st of September, literally just under a week before I got the hard drive fixed. I picked it up on launch just because I had it pre-ordered, and because it was not just Driver, Parallel Lines. Parallel Line. I always get it mixed up because it has the 2 lines going up to San Francisco. It's the same thing that they had for Parallel Lines, the 2 that they don't go into the other friggin' side of the traffic, bloody double line thing, like Parallel Lines. But yeah, Driver San Francisco. The other reason I picked it up on launch still was because I didn't just buy that. Of course, I pre-ordered and bought the collector's edition of San Francisco. As you can see here, there's the collector's edition, or as it says just on this thing, collector pack. Basically, I'll just go through what it has. So it actually comes with a cardboard cutout, like just so that on the back here, see it just says Driver San Francisco a bunch on a black background. Sorry. They have like a cardboard cutout that went over this this plastic thing, which obviously as you can see, that plastic has gives you a better view of just the car from inside. But yeah, it had a slip over, and it only made it so you could see like out of a tiny square in the front and the square on the top. So I've taken that cardboard off, whatever it was, the slip, which told you what comes in the pack, and so yes, now it's just basically a viewing thing. But obviously, as you can see in there, it's plastic. It's not glass, but it's that really hard plastic. It's you could basically say that it's glass, besides that noise. But if you just look at it, you can just sort of think that it's glass just from looking at it. It's really well done, which I'm basically trying to say. There's that plastic thing I was saying, and of course, the plastic has sort of the cutout of the Golden Gate Bridge there, which is awesome. Shit. Just trying to get that all right. Okay, and then of course with the collector's edition you get the die-cast model of the 1970 something or 1978. I don't want to get that wrong. I don't want people going off of me, but it's the 1970 whatever Dodge Charger RT. Challenger RT. Sorry. I just keep getting I get Charger and Challenger mixed up because I'm not I'm not a Dodge follower, and they just sound very similar, and they both have Charger RT, Challenger RT, so I just get it mixed up sometimes. But yeah, as you can see, that it comes on this, which basically holds it in place, and there's just elastic there. I'm trying to get see right here, it's just elastic there, so you can actually take that whole thing off. I'll just try and pull it up a little bit without it breaking. See, like that, you can take all that out, just have it on, but I just left it like this and keep it in the plastic box that it, with the backdrop and all that, just to make it look pretty. And I'm trying to put that down with that. All right, so besides that, you get Drive of San Francisco, the map of San Francisco. It just shows you where all the challenges are. It shows you where all the movie tokens are to unlock the movie challenges. It basically has a map showing you every single activity in the game, which in the actual game you can buy stuff to show you what's on this map, or you can just see it already within the game, like whatever's on this map. It's just that you have a hard copy map. You don't have to just keep rummaging around on screen. You have to focus on the screen. You can just look through the paper. You can just look on paper. It doesn't kill your eyes as much as just constantly searching on a TV and stuff like that, which helps for me. I hate always looking at a TV screen. Especially in San Francisco, it's actually a wide presentation game on standard definition TV, so I have to like squint in. Oh, where's that dare? It's like a tiny little friggin' dot on my TV. It's like, oh, where is that? And just open the map. It's like, oh, there it is. And, it's just easier. And it's good anyway because it shows you all the locations of the movie tokens, and it costs a lot to actually reveal it within the game, so it's easy just to get the collector's edition and it reveals it all on here clearly, because those movie challenges are like probably the best challenges in the game. Of course, you come with a special edition, or I think the only difference I think is maybe the cover. This is the first issue of the official comic book Driver Crossing the Line, which I think is takes place before the events of San Francisco or something. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, this is issue 1. Just like with Mass Effect 2 Collector's Edition, I'm not going to end up buying the other issues probably, but it's just nice to have a comic with it. Why not? That kept me occupied, during the time I was waiting. I just read this completely and I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. It's a rough sort of background to maybe what we're going to be doing in the game. And of course, from it being the collector's edition of the comic, I think is the fact that it has this sort of conceptual, the concept artwork of Jones, Tanner, and Jericho. So yeah, that's awesome. So special edition comic. And of course you get your Uplay passport. With the Ubisoft Uplay, Drive San Francisco is the first game apparently to utilize it. Like, I'm guessing it means to utilize it like out of the box, and I think, you know, just to actually utilize what you do, as there are actions in the game. So, you know, get this is an effing cool premise. So you hook up with Uplay through Ubisoft. It's an internet website. You just go on your computer, or you can go through your PS3 or Xbox, or if you have the game on PC, through your PC. You do certain tasks. So far there's only 4 actions. I don't know if they'll update it and put more actions, which are basically just goals to complete. And as soon as you finish those actions, you get awarded a certain amount of U points. I don't think they're called U points, but you get a certain amount of Uplay points, you know, whatever. Like, one of them's worth 10 points, 2 of them I think are worth 20, and one of them is worth 40. And, you know, so there's bloody phone goes off. I'll just wait for that to go, guys. Christ's sake. I'll be right back. Shit, for Christ's sake, and I'm bloody back. I don't edit my videos, I just friggin' make them, and we're already, what, 16 minutes? I'm not fucking redoing it. So that's why I was gonna let it go, but it just kept effing ringing. The voicemail didn't pick it up. It's just some bloody friggin' telemarketer that pissed me off. You know, all that for nothing. You know, like, that interference for bloody no particular reason. If it was like my mom or someone else, you know, fine. Okay, back what I was saying. So yeah, so you get these Uplay points after you do the actions in the game. And then, so there are the 4 actions, which I just said. And then at the same time on the Uplay website, which you can either select to get them, you know, through the game on a PS3 or an Xbox, or you can just log onto the website on your PC. And you can obviously do it, I'm guessing, on the PC version from within the game, within, you know, the exe file in the game. Like, so you can just, you know what I mean. And so there's the 4 actions, and then all the points all together you can end up affording for these 4 rewards. And then what you do is you take the points that you've earned from performing the actions, and the only points I have so far are 20, which I just got from logging into Uplay on the PS3 and for logging onto Uplay on the internet on a computer. So I automatically got 20 points and bought one of the rewards. But basically there's you know, there's 4 rewards available. There's so far, you know, there's a Drive San Francisco theme, and then you know, when you have the points, you select it for either PC, PS3, 360, or at least you have the option for picking it between one of the 3 on a computer. If you do it, say, on the PS3, it probably just makes you do it for the, you know, get the reward as the PS3 version. Same with 360, same with PC in-game and the PC version. And basically, yeah. And so yeah, there's the theme, the 20-point reward that I got today, which is a challenge, which is called, well, it's under the category of a Uplay challenge, which is Tanner's Day Off. Then there's like some group of challenges and races or something for 30 points, and then for 40 points, no, sorry, that's for 40 points you get a bunch of challenges and a bunch of new something or other for the game, and for 30 points you can unlock the Dodge Viper. You can unlock the Dodge Charger RT police, the police, you know, version of the Charger RT. So that's totally cool. And then, of course, for Collector's Edition, I got, you know, 4 bonus challenges and 3 bonus cars for use online. But because I pre-ordered it with EB, they gave me another voucher as well. But basically, for the collector's edition, I don't think it means just for PS3, but for the collector's edition in general, there are two challenges that it gives you in the collector's edition, which are exclusive to either PS3, because I've got the PS3 version, or to just the collector's edition in general. And then there's one out of the 3 cars for online use. That is exclusive to once again PS3 or the collector's edition itself. But yeah, I pre-ordered with EB, and they still gave me the non-exclusive stuff that it showed on the actual the challenges and the cars that didn't say exclusive on the limited edition slip. So you've got Relay Race and Lamborghini Miura from 1972 on that side, and then of course you have another code on the other side for the Aston Martin DB5 from 1963 and the Challenge Taxi. I've actually finished both of those challenges, and I haven't played online, so I haven't used the cards. But yeah, I will actually give this away. So if you want to win these 2 extra challenges and the 2 cars, first person to ask for it gets these 2 exclusive cars for online and 2 exclusive challenges. So up for grabs, guys. If you want it, say that you want it. First person to say it, you get it. And that's it. That's it for Driver San Francisco. I'll just put all the stuff away quickly. Jesus Christ. Too much stuff in that collector's pack. But anyway, yeah, while I'm just packing it up, I'll just talk about, my first impressions of the game. I played it 6 hours straight. I mean, number one, I haven't played the PS3 in about 2 months, so I was just desperate to play some PS3. Played San Francisco non-stop 6 hours or something. Wow, it was like an amazing gaming session. I was like so stoked. It was the happiest I've felt like playing a video game in like maybe a year, I don't know. But it was definitely awesome. And the game is great. And I'll bring a separate first impressions video, and then of course a review when I finish it or something, because a game like this, which I really friggin' fallen in love with, is definitely deserves me to actually put the time and effort and actually make a review for you guys. So I'll actually do it. Okay, and then finally the 2 games that we've got today. So I picked up 2 games today. Literally, I've just come home when I made this video. So the 2 games are they're both the zombie games. And okay, so the first one, shit, I don't know how, I want to sort of reveal it just all at once. Okay, so I'll talk about why I bought them or whatever individually, but basically I went up to EB Games at Stockland, and I went up and picked up Dead Island. I have not been following it. I've seen a few gameplay videos, but I'm just like, yeah, why not? And I actually read the premise and the actual gameplay and how it is. It's basically an RPG. Say, think of Fallout in terms of how you have like weapons and quests and leveling up through experience and all that sort of stuff. Sort of like a Fallout game, and it's it's a free world map, and then it's a zombie game, first person zombie killing game. So in that respect, you can just say it like Left 4 Dead. So it's like Left 4 Dead with Fallout. It's awesome. And then when I bought that, the guy was like, well, why are you also picking up Dead Rising 2 at the same time? Okay, so I'll just start with Dead Rising 2 so I can give my shout out. So anyway, I used to have Dead Rising 2. I had to trade it in for, I have no idea why, like for some new game that came out when I ended up trading it in ages ago. And here's the shout out to the Rad Brad. You're an awesome dude, seriously. Still waiting to hear back from you. I want to actually hear back from you. You're awesome. I've been watching every single Dead Rising game that's out so far, like Case Zero, Case Quest, Dead Rising 2, Dead Rising 1. I've been watching all of his walkthroughs, and rewatching him playing Dead Rising 2, it got me back to thinking about when I used to play it, you know, co-op with my mate, like late nights, you know, even on like school nights, you know, we both go to the same high school, playing at late night, co-op, such a fun game. The setting is so great, you know, I was just like, oh, I'm so aching just to play the game, not just watch your walkthrough, which is awesome, the rad brad. You know, your walkthrough is epic. And I just actually wanted to play it again, like actually play it. So I picked it up. I mean, this is I was gonna get it second hand, which was like really cheap, although it was $40 second hand, but this one was $79 brand new, but like that was yesterday or the day before. It was like 1 or 2 days ago. It was $79 for this one brand new, or $40 second hand. But when I got up there, they put a sticker for $47 for this brand new copy. So, you know, whoop-de-doo, another $7. I'll buy it brand new so it's not broken. So I have the guarantee that it's not broken. And, you know, it's all clean, and yes, it's not effed up by someone previously owning it. So, you know, picked that up, which is awesome. And then also I put $42 on Dead Rising 2 Off the Record, which is coming out roughly about a month from now. So that's the second part to the reason why I picked up Dead Rising 2 again. I'll definitely be playing it a lot just before Off the Record comes out, so that I get back into the mood of Dead Rising 2, and then I go straight over to Dead Rising 2 Off the Record, and, you know, I'm fully set. I'm like totally in the mood for Dead Rising. So awesome. And then of course Dead Island, it's, you know, it's new. The reasons I said before, you know, it just looks awesome. Think Fallout meets Left 4 Dead in terms of an open world, the RPG elements, leveling up your character as you progress the story through experience points, all that shit, you know. Free roam, I already said that. The quest sort of structure is looks kind of the same, vaguely the same from what I sort of what I've seen so far in videos. And then of course it being a first-person zombie killing game, Left 4 Dead. Although it's more emphasized on melee as opposed to guns like Left 4 Dead, so it's more focused on the melee, which is Dead Rising. So, you know, it's a sort of a mix match of like a bunch of sort of games thrown into one. It's just this awesome package, which is Dead Island, and I'm just like, why not get it? So I bought it anyway, and that was what I price matched it to $89 or something. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Those are all the games that I've actually gotten since the last video. Holy shit, we're closing up to about half an hour. That is insane. I don't think I've ever made a half an hour video before. But the point is, you know, this is, well, I'm just gonna say, you know, like, you know, it's close to half an hour, but this is the first time I've actually been on, made a video in, you know, like 2 months. I said, like, about 2 months, and you know, there's a lot to get through, a lot of stuff I wanted to discuss about those games, and, you know, and yeah, it's the first video in 2 months, so why not make it an extra long, awesome sort of like welcome back, you know, I'm still here kind of video. So yeah, I'll just go off now, play Dead Island and Dead Rising 2, and, you know, get back and have some fun killing some zombies, and then probably go cruise the streets of San Francisco with Tanner. So I'll see you guys later. Later, like American. I'll see you guys later in a different video. Maybe, I think my next video will most likely be my first impressions for Drive to San Francisco. And if I don't have much to say, because I'm kind of tired for words, I don't really plan my videos out before I actually make them, so I might do the first impressions for Drive to San Francisco and Dead Island in one, and then of course I'll just do like a first impressions of Dead Rising 2. Like, obviously I already have had a first impressions, like, what, in 2009 or 2010 whenever it came out, and yeah. But I'll do my first impressions even though for the second time of owning Dead Rising 2, and I'll bring that as well because it's a game I definitely should review and give first impressions, all that crap on. So With that, we are close to 25 seconds to half an hour. So I'm just going to go now. Okay, see you guys in the next video.